Efficient wind turbines constantly adjust themselves so that they always face the wind. I sometimes have a fantasy that I can set things up once and then forget about them. The old set and forget mentality. It shows up in a lot of areas. I want to set up my website and then forget about it. I want to set up my accounting and then forget about it. I want to set up different systems that I have, put them in place, and then never have to look at them again. That's my theory. I even sometimes want to set up a friendship and forget about it, kind of put it on automatic pilot. And you could say it's a combination of laziness and intelligence. Lazy because I want to do less and accomplish more. And intelligent for the same exact reason. I want to do less and accomplish more. It's not a bad thing, but let's look at it. The problem is reality rarely cooperates. The wind always shifts direction. And so do the needs of a website, so the needs of accounting, so the needs of friends. And if I don't shift with the needs of the time, then I stall. The work is a powerful way of helping the mind to shift to a new direction. It helps loosen attachment to an outdated direction. But even when doing the work, and what I mean here is the work of Byron Katie, which is a way to question stressful thoughts, even when I'm doing this, there are no absolutes. A turnaround today may need to be left behind tomorrow as the wind continues to shift. Here are a couple of examples. I remember once getting a cool job offer. I was resistant actually at first, and it took a little adjusting for me to even consider it. It was a turnaround for me to consider it when I was focused on my primary job at the time. And then it turned out the job didn't come through, and now I was thinking, oh great, I'm going to work this job. And it took some more adjustment to think about why that was even better that I don't work at that job. So this is what I mean by constantly adjusting to reality. First, I'm thinking I'm going in one direction, then an opportunity comes, so I shift there. Then the opportunity goes away, I shift back there or to some other place. This is called flexibility. Another time, I was planning to go on a retreat. So I was all headed for the retreat, looking forward to it, but I got called for jury duty instead. So that took some adjusting. I was all ready to go. Okay, jury duty. And so I had to start thinking, how could that be good? And then it turns out I went to jury and went through a couple of days. I was not picked for the jury. So, okay, now I need to adjust in a new direction. I'm not going back to the retreat, too late for that, but I'm not on jury duty. What do I do? And if I had held on to the retreat idea or even the jury duty idea, I wouldn't be able to enjoy the gift of a week with nothing else to do, which I actually enjoyed. So whenever I feel resistance in changing to the next version of reality, I write my resistance thoughts on paper and I question them. And that's what the work of Byron Katie is all about. Notice what I'm resisting, and then write it down and then question it. And I'm often surprised at how much this habit of adjusting starts to become secondary. The more I practice this, the more I am able to do it. And doing the work in written form or formally in this practice of the work is a way of building that muscle so that after time, you may not even have to do the work. It's for those times when you're still stuck and you're still resisting. So anyway, it makes dealing with uncertainty and change much more pleasant than my old set and forget mentality. So what changes are you still resisting? I invite you to scan through your life and look for anything you still wish was the way it used to be. And write your stressful thoughts. Maybe even write a judge your neighbor worksheet on the situation. And then question those stressful thoughts with the 4 questions and turnarounds of the work. If you have any resistance to change, the work can accelerate your adjustment to reality. And here's a quote from Byron Katie, and this is from her book, 1,000 Names for Joy. To respect the way of it is to follow the simple directions. If you have the thought that the dishes need washing, wash them. That's heaven. Hell is asking why. Hell is, I'll do it later. I don't have to do it. It's not my turn. It's not fair. Someone else should do it. And on and on. 10,000 thoughts a minute. If it comes to you to do something, just do it. All the unquestioned thoughts about that are how you hurt yourself. Doing what's next without a mental judgment, without a mental argument, is devotion to God.